It's a new year, new attitude.
Whoa.
It's Rats once again. Hey, I want to thank my man Rock, my man D-Ray, Big Los, Mr. Glass, and of course David. And you know what? We're Rats. It's like this, like this, like this. All right, that's enough of that. Got everybody hype.
Man.
Hey, got everybody hype.
I was ready to get, you know what I'm saying?
It took us back to 1999 when we still had these.
That was my jam.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to Rats That's Rep and Talk That. Yeah, we welcome you. Hey, crazy weekend of sports. But before we get into that, inbox.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Who get
Wait
the
a minute.
inbox?
Who was that for? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
This is
Which one?
year.
That means I said it wrong.
Hey,
Yeah, you got.
What's
you need to be. You need to be more specific. I mean,
know what I'm
specific.
alrighty now.
Hey,
Hold up. Wait a minute.
no doubt. But before we get into the NFL, which was just straight bonkers, Saturday night was a heavyweight battle between Luis Ortiz and Charles Martin. If you ain't seen these two titans fight, let me show you the knockout.
Some of it I agree with, some I don't.
Oh, he got around him. Hurt. He's badly hurt. He doesn't even know where he is. Ortiz.
It's
this
over.
is a set.
Watch.
Battering. Martin on the ropes.
Yo,
Man, did you see that hit?
He hit him the first time and he went, wait a minute. Where am I at?
Yo.
The
Wolf
fight.
in the building. What's happening, brother?
After that second hit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have stopped it right when he turned around and looked like he didn't know what the heck he was doing.
Yeah, that
Hold
man,
on.
that gave that man Parkinson's right there.
For real.
But the thing of it is the ref didn't stop that fight. He actually took his hand out of the rope, let him go again. Lewis got up on him and was just body bagging him. Poo, 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 poo. It was crazy. It was a crazy fight.
I'm fighting the ref after that.
For real.
If that was me, once I come to and get my stuff together, me and the ref, we end up in the parking lot.
Come to Big Los. My man was somewhere in Albuquerque eating nachos. He was gone.
Hey, can I say something about that fight, though?
Go ahead.
Say something. Isn't it amazing that when things don't go a Cowboys' way,
I already knew it was coming.
they lead the show off with boxing? Now, for those of y'all in our comment section, y'all know that for the past, I don't know, 4 episodes, we lead off with what? The NFL.
Yeah.
But somehow, some way, we led off with boxing, right? And even
As I
had
said,
and then you had all of us that was looking like, why is he leading off with boxing? And then it suddenly occurred to me why he's
What up,
leading
Don?
off with
What's
boxing.
up, Don?
Hey, Dawn.
As I said, because we are jam-packed with NFL info, let me show this little clip of a Saturday night fight. Now that that's been dealt with, we shall proceed. So, Mr. Lowe's, Mr. D-Ray, how would you like to start this off? I totally relinquish control.
D-Ray, take the honors first. I'm almost at my tea.
Yeah. Sometimes you save your dessert for last. So let's talk about what went on down in Tampa first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about well, it wasn't Tampa, it was up in New York, right? It was
up in New York, yeah.
Yeah. So what went on down there, Mr. Glass? You care to enlighten us?
So this is what happened, right? They said to Antonio Brown that he was gonna have to get hit, and Antonio Brown looked around and went, "Nah," and he just bowled out. But in all reality, it is something that Tom Brady said, and I really do like for real. This is my thoughts on it. I think we need to really try to be a little bit more compassionate to Antonio Brown because it's clear that he is not wrapped too tight right now. And he needs some help, like honest, legitimate. I think he made some, I know it sounds trivial to say it like this, but I think he's mentally ill because if you look at some of the past situations that he's been in with the young ladies and then the fake vaccination card and all the antics that he went through when he was in Pittsburgh and all the antics that he went through when he was in Oakland and all the, I mean, it's so many things that have happened with this guy. You have to start looking at it like he's not well and he needs help.
I'm not going to throw a flag, but I'm going to push back and disagree just a little bit because everybody wants to, first of all, talk about Antonio Brown's fake vaccination card. Nobody brings up the fact that Aaron Rodgers just flat out lied, right?
That's true.
Just flat out lied, right? But nobody brings that up because Aaron Rodgers, you know, is winning and he's a quarterback and for other reasons that I'm not going to say.
Indeed.
And while there's room for personal accountability, what a lot of us will recognize that we've been watching the NFL for a long time. None of us have played in the NFL. I know Los played in college. But sports in general is a pressure cooker, period. When you're getting out there and you're matching wheels with someone, it's like strategy. It's like chess along with, you know, MMA. It's full contact, right? So it's already a pressure cooker. When you have someone that makes unrational, well, decisions that look unrational, you got to really analyze, okay, well, what was the trigger, right? We don't really know what the trigger was, but we do have some evidence. We know that the NFL has a history of CTE issues that they sweep under the rug. We know that, hey, Songbird.
Hey.
We know that the NFL has a propensity of allowing teams to sit players who are productive in order to not pay them, right? Or we also know that the NFL has a long-standing history of putting players in games when they know they're hurt. And the unspoken rule is if, you know, you're supposed to play hurt no matter what, right? No personal accountability, no personal autonomy.
Oh, snap.
I'm listening to my body. The same thing.
We good?
What just happened?
I think we lost you for a sec, Brad.
You got caught in the matrix for a second.
Yeah.
They didn't want you to say what you were saying.
They didn't want me to say what I was saying.
They had that out,
yeah, that's
but the devil is a lie. Tie my bow tie, retie my bow tie. Go ahead, brother.
But no, but at the end of the day, you know, it's like you know, the NFL has a history of making players play injured, right? And when you have someone that's an independent thinker, when you have someone who might be listening to voices, who might be a little schizophrenic, who might have some actual physical damage to their brains, the idea is you're not going to tell me when I'm going to play. I tell me when I'm going to play, right? And we're talking about someone who in his career has made millions and millions of dollars. He's still worth $20 million. You know what I mean? So the idea that, oh, he's just crazy or he just did this, he just did that, there's an explanation there. And it's a reason why there are other teams that are exploring signing him right now or next season because there's a story there. So that's all I'm going to say about that. And,
I got to say one thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
About the whole, they're trying to stop him from earning bonuses and stuff. See, I would buy that as a potential thing if Tampa wasn't already losing the game to the New York Jets at the time that all this happened. They were losing to the Jets. I'm pretty sure that if that was really what was going on, Tom Brady would have threw his helmet directly at Bruce Arians and knocked him out until he put Antonio Brown in the game.
That sounds like that would be true.
So I'm going to throw that out there. That's probably not going to be the real thing. You know what I mean? Maybe you could say he tweaked his ankle again and he wasn't really wanting to get back in. But all the rest of the players were right there and they were trying to pull him back into the game and get him situated. So that's probably not it either.
So based on that video that D-Ray sent in earlier today, where he said his ankle wasn't ready, you know, man, all I know is that it's an like all around bad situation. Both D-Ray and Mr. Glass, both of y'all are like probably correct. Okay, there was definitely some like middle
Who
stuff on there.
in the hell left the gate open?
Every once in a while, bro. Like, every once in a while, I have to agree with you. But I think we're on the same wavelength when it comes to like talking about what the NFL does to players. Okay. And I'm 100% with you though, but no one talks about Rodgers and this straight up lying about his card. I mean, he only got a fine like $25,000.
Yep.
And I'm talking about this dude here had to end up missing 3 games for basically the same thing. A lie is a lie.
Losing money.
In what way that lie is presented is still a lie, right?
Right.
There is one thing. There is one thing, Rock. There is one thing about that.
Yeah.
He didn't technically lie to the NFL. He lied to the
Glass.
press.
Come on, Glass.
Wait. Let me finish.
Flag.
Wait. Let me finish. Hold on.
Let him finish.
This is what I want to say about this. Technically, Aaron Rodgers told the media he was immunized. However, the NFL knew, based on his paperwork, that he was not vaccinated. The NFL knew this already. So technically, it's not up to Aaron Rodgers to say his actual factual truth to the media, because the media is not his employer. But he did give his actual factuals to the NFL.
But Glass, based on what you just said, and for the NFL to let him be around people unmasked and be up to close proximity, that lets me further know and give more evidence of what we said might have happened with Antonio Brown. The NFL only cares about the NFL. It is a for-profit business. They don't care about loyalty. They don't care about integrity. They don't care about your body or your family. Once you're done goods, they wipe their hands of you. And what I'm gonna say about this is, you can't tell me they care about people when Emmitt Smith retired as a Cardinal, when Jerry Rice retired as a Raider. When they're done with you, they're done with you. And I know for a fact, because I know people in the league, I know people in the league now. If you don't be the, and I'm gonna say this, Kwame Brown, I know you're watching me, the get along game, go along, get along. If you ain't in with that part, they will ice you out. So that bonus issue, that played a factor. Somebody got a call and said, "Don't let him get it. Wow. Don't let him get it."
And one more thing, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Matthew Stafford. You think the list can go on and on and on of players in the NFL who have the autonomy to say, if I'm hurt, I'm not going to play.
Yeah.
Now, let me throw this back at you Cowboy fans. Did Dak get that? Dak had to, his whole leg had to almost be broke before Jerry even considered that he was hurt, right? And then
think about Robert Griffin III.
Right. And then when he was coming back, Jerry didn't want to pay him. So the whole idea that Antonio Brown is just crazy, that's ludicrous. Now something triggered that man. Now he might not be right. He might not be right, but something triggered that man.
I think it's very possible that he could have had an ankle injury, and the doctors told the coach he could still play. And the coach insisted that he get back in with the information from the doctors saying he could still play. And Antonio felt like he couldn't play. I think that's entirely possible. I think that it should have been handled differently from all parties. If that was the case, I think the coach should have sat him down and said, "Hey, man, the doctors are telling me that you're good. I can only function on the information that they're giving me. If you don't feel like you're good, go ahead and sit down. We'll try to get you right." And you know what I mean?
Bam.
Go ahead, Bigelow. You have the last, Bigelow. You have anything?
To my me?
Yes, sir. You have anything to say?
Okay, just what you said, Glass. If it would have been handled that way, out of respect, because these are grown men we're talking to. Right. And that's the thing. People think just because I pay you a lot of money, I can mistreat you. And the NFL, we can say it. The NFL looks at you like, you're their property. So if and I'm pretty sure he didn't say it's not you, Glass. You said, "Hey, you're gonna get out there and do what you need to do." And when somebody dealing with something eternal and dealing with something a trigger, you can say something to them, one little word or a tone can be a trigger. So I'm just telling everybody, let's wait till the whole story come out. Because that's all I seen on my timeline. They were jumping on it, and I had a discussion with two guys on my timeline. I was like, well, how did you jump on him if you heard the other side? Well, no, they can't be right. So the NFL don't make mistakes? So the NFL got this clean. So the NFL got this clean record. You didn't even question them, and that's something that we deal with ourselves. We think, oh, they're just the great almighty. Just because I'm gonna say this ain't about NFL. Just because somebody give you a lot of money, they don't give the right to disrespect you or have you do something you don't feel like you want to do. That's my message.
Hey, look, real quick. The NFL, they had to create a center where they're donating brains. Right?
Yeah.
You know, when NFL players are deceased or they commit suicide or whatever, they had to create a center to study what happens to people's brains when they play this game. So let's not get it twisted that the NFL is you know, I did that with my mind. The NFL has
my bad.
Them NFL trolls slapped the camera.
Look at the Matrix.
What's going on over there?
Hey, if anything, that sounds the same thing like what Philip Morris did, where they make tobacco, but at the same token will tell you, they'll tell you also that, you know, it's smoking cigarettes is bad for you.
D-Ray going through it. He used the Jags to beat the Colts to even have a chance for the Steelers to make the playoffs. On top of all that, beat the Browns and the Ravens. And you know what, D-Ray? The Ravens probably going to have Lamar back next week, too. I'm just saying.
Let me just go ahead and comment on this real quick. I want you to hear me, right? Whatever your name is,
Junior,
whatever name, Junior. Let's talk Junior. I don't care. Okay? I don't care. Right? The Steelers don't deserve to make the playoffs. Even if we made the playoffs, we're going to be a first round bounce, right? Big Ben don't want to play no more. He's showing that he doesn't want to play no more. Would not be surprised if the Browns blow us out tonight and give Big Ben the reason to say, you know what, I'm done, right? So we're going to go through rebuilding. I don't care. Now, I tell you what, we weren't picked to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, and look, big loss right on time.
We weren't picked. Yeah, we weren't picked to win the Super Bowl, was me. We weren't picked to beat the Miami Dolphin undefeated record, were we?
Didn't pick it.
And guess what else? Guess what else? You know what our record is with winning teams, right? We've had about quality wins. We've had about maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 quality wins, even with our crappy season, even though we tied the Lions, right? How many quality wins have the Cowboys had?
Enough to get.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Oh, man.
Here we go. That's why. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
All right, let's go.
There, wouldn't it?
Huh?
What'd you say, good?
I said anybody playing the Steelers would be a better team.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's tough.
First of all, dude, in your tardiness, you missed the circle of hell conversation that we had before we went on. But we're gonna circle back to that conversation, seeing as how Jerry Jones is the Prince of Darkness.
Here we go.
Keep on talking.
Here we go.
Ease up off my own. All right. So listen, I'm just gonna let us, dive into that deep cold pool, but I'm putting this disclaimer out in front. This is some all right. So D-Ray, gone and bring it. Rip this Band-Aid off.
So let's talk about the game yesterday.
Okay.
Fellas, what happened?
Hey man, we lost.
Plain and simple.
Nah, you can't get off that easy.
Our offense played subpar. Our nemesis, our own kicker is our nemesis. Greg Zuerlein is going to be the bane of our existence in whatever playoff game that we happen to do. If we leave it up to him to have to kick a doggone field goal, it's not going to happen. We're going to lose the game. Dak, I don't know what the heezy was going on. I don't know why couldn't no one catch the ball, could no one run the ball, could no one block for the ball, could no one do nothing in that game.
Can I ask a couple of questions?
I don't know though.
First of all, where was this game played?
Yeah, it was
CST Stadium.
ready.
So that was
Jerry
a home
World.
game.
Yeah.
Home game.
Well, home
Yeah.
game. What was Arizona's record? What's Arizona's record?
They were 10-4. Now they're 11-4, tied with us. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Who y'all play next week?
We play Philly.
And where is Philly? Are they in the playoffs?
They had the,
Yep.
yeah,
Are they in the playoffs?
They have snuck in, yeah.
Are they on a winning streak?
Yeah.
You can actually call it that though, but they also play Washington, and we know what happens when you play Washington. Even though they only scored 20-some points though, and we put them about 56. So you can take that the way you want to take it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Oh, please put now. See, I know why you skipped that comment.
No.
No. I'm talking to Troy. I know why you skipped that comment. Be fair. Put that comment what Junior just said.
What did you say?
I don't control the
The
comments.
Steelers
Junior,
have
you
a
know
bigger
this guy.
chance.
Who's Junior?
The
Making
Steelers
the
have.
playoffs than the
Yeah.
Cowboys have of beating a quality team or winning the Super Bowl. Just proved it against the Cardinals.
Actually,
And Lydia said, hold on, one more second. Lydia said the game was played at Kyler Stadium.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, you know, she
Ooh.
now say whatever you want to say.
she was one of
no-
those.
Damn.
And
Yeah,
I
he has a lot.
nobody. Hold on. Nobody has ever taken the Three Rivers Stadium or Heinz Field and named it after opposing quarterback. So
Hey,
We didn't either.
yes,
yeah, we didn't do it. She did it. That's
Well, hold on. I mean, Eli Manning used to call that his stadium. I'm just saying. Eli Manning did.
One person.
One game.
One person.
Game.
All I'm gonna say is about this whole, and the two people that commented, they're right. Because based on what I said last week, whenever we just look at, once again, Dallas don't pick the schedule. Y'all got nothing to do. I don't know if you might pick it or not. Look at the schedule. Who has Dallas played or who have they beat this year? That tells you everything. And I said it last week. They've only beat two teams that had the winning record this year. Only two teams. You go back and look at the record. I'm not calling y'all. Yeah, I am. I'm calling y'all. Y'all might be a fraud. And that's all I'm saying. You got exposed Sunday. I don't care if you lost by 1 or 12 or 24. Y'all got exposed. When you play a good team that knows what they're doing, and with a quarterback that knows what he's doing, that was a factor. They could not figure out how to stop Murray Sunday, and that was the key. They couldn't do it. How fast they are, and then number 11 and number 7 and number 90. Oh my God, that's the defense. They cannot understand the fundamentals of a read option.
Okay, well,
That's middle school.
well. Tell me this.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Who are we going to be playing in the first round?
It better not be Philly.
It's
It better not be Philly.
It's probably going to be
It's going to be the
either.
Cardinals.
It's either going to be the Cardinals or it's going to be the Packers.
It's going to be the
Well, get ready to go
It'll be
home.
the Cardinals. It won't be
And
the
this-
Packers.
It's going to be the Cardinals.
Another disappointing season. That's all I'm gonna say.
And where is this game going to take place?
In Dallas again.
Wow.
Kyler
When that
Stadium.
happens
Man.
again, when that happens again, I'm going to come on here and I want all y'all to sit here and bow down to D-Town.
So you're saying so the three of y'all saying if y'all play Arizona again, y'all would beat them?
Definitely.
Most certainly.
Yes.
Definitely.
Nah.
What evidence do you have?
It's gonna be worse next time.
No, definitely.
I have
Because-
a question.
Go ahead, Mr. Glass.
I was just curious. What evidence do you have to support that claim?
I don't have no evidence, man. I'm just like Lowe. Lowe said there's a chance. Damn it, there's a chance.
But sometimes you gotta let that hope go. I let hope go 2 weeks ago.
Nah, don't give up your mantra now.
Hope was drained, dude. I mean, they had lost by 100 points. And still talking about this hope alive. We lost by 3 points. I can definitely say we got hope.
No doubt.
Hey man, I'm just
Hey.
keeping it real, man.
Michael Ruddle says the dude talking got that Giants helmet in the background with laughing emojis.
What up, Big Mike?
What's up, Jay?
Hey.
Macaroni.
That's the truth.
Hey.
You know, like I said, I'm a football fan. I'm not a fanatic. But honestly, with my team, we done. Don't worry about us. Don't worry about us.
Bro.
Listen,
Hold on.
Y'all hired
Listen.
Jason Garrett, we were done.
Hold on.
Yeah, pretty much. You right, bro. We were done.
You got a dang billboard of the Giants helmet behind you talking about I'm not a fan. Get out of here with that. Don't no casual fan have a billboard in their room talk about, oh, I'm just a Giants fan here and there. Get out of here, man.
Hey, Lois, you know you my boy. I'm gonna just mute my mic.
Dang, he just walked away.
I'll tell you what, we haven't given Gooch a chance to really talk about this. How do you feel, Gooch, about what happened to the Cowboys yesterday?
We got our coach.
Yep.
Our quarterback was suspect. He's up and down. He's 50-50. You never know what we're going to get out of him. So it is what it is. I'm not going to blame anything, but it's got to be.
Do you feel like he deserved all that money?
No.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Wow.
I like Gooch.
No, he did not.
Who? To my dad?
Yeah.
Man.
White people in their wallets, man.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't your money. It ain't your money. Like you always in someone.
Look at all these black IRS agents. Get out of his wallet, man.
Hey.
But
broken half for this team.
Let me know if I can explain myself.
Oh, sorry, Gooch. Go ahead, Gooch.
go ahead, dog. Yeah.
They just gave it to Romo and you ain't said nothing. They gave it to Romo for
I didn't
nothing.
like to give him the Romo
They
either.
got them to show up and he got the money. Before he got to get a broken ankle, broken leg, broken everything just to get some money. Come on, bro.
I just think that we should.
Go ahead, Gooch.
If I was GM, I would have hired him at $25 million a long time ago, and this wouldn't be a situation.
Yeah,
but I
exactly.
wouldn't have overpaid for him either. That's all I'm saying. Because we got other needs. We need a safety. We need another corner. That money could be spent on that to give us a more complete team. That's why Brady always has a good team around him because he knows he's going to get his endorsements and money like that. I'm just saying the elite quarterbacks need to make the big money. Aaron Rodgers don't need anybody on this team. He's going to make anybody better. Who does that make better?
Can I ask
Ooh.
a quick question?
That was a
That's a good point.
dynamic point right there, Gooch.
That's a great move.
Who does? Hold on, before we get into the rest, who does Dak Prescott make better?
Wow.
That's a dynamic point. It's me.
And that came from a Cowboy fan.
Hey, he makes the dude that fries the corn dogs better, and the people that pour the beer better because they, he gives them people something to do when they playing at home. Apparently.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
I got to see
all
more
I know-
consistency out of him, man. He's inconsistent.
Look, I don't get into the money thing because I'm sorry. There's people that make more money and people make less money. It is what it is. Like my man said, that was the market value at that time. If Jerry got his head out of his bum and paid him when he was 25, 30, then like you said, Gooch, we wouldn't have these issues.
Yeah.
So why we gonna talk? Yo, the ink is already dried. Why y'all worried about what?
It really is. It really is.
Hey, let me
Here's
ask a
the
quick
point that I
question.
think.
Go ahead, Mr. Glass.
Here's the point that I think Gooch is making, and I think it's a great point, is that let's say you didn't sign Dak back then. Mm-hmm. Let's say you moved on from Dak. You got another quarterback. Maybe you made a deal with Seattle. Maybe with the Aaron Rodgers fiasco that they had going on in Packerland in Green Bay. You could have swooped in there, maybe got him. Then you have an elite quarterback playing for your team instead of Dak Prescott for the same money and not elite quarterback play.
Right. Let's be
consistently.
Go ahead, D-Ray.
Yeah. Let me ask this real quick, and this is for our black IRS agents that are out there. Right? If I have $100 and I got to give you $6, am I broke?
No.
Nope.
No.
If I got $1,000 and I got to give you $60. Am I broke?
Nope.
No, bro.
So if the Dallas Cowboys revenue in 2021 is going to be somewhere north of $700 million, and I got to pay Dak, what, 20, 25, 30?
Something like that.
I think he gets $40 million a year, basically.
Am I going to be broke?
Yeah.
No.
And look,
Yeah, I was gonna say, but you have to look at it.
Hold on. And that revenue is just ticket sales and concession. That ain't even the TV rights. That ain't even the all of the money that he makes when it's on TV, merchandise, and all that other stuff. Please stop talking about what they need to make and what they need to earn, because at the end of the day, it is what the market thinks. Let's stop that.
I get what you're saying, D-Ray, and that makes sense when you're looking at it in layman's terms, but there's a salary cap. There's a salary cap in the NFL that cannot be renegotiated. It don't matter how rich, how wealthy, how well off Jerry Jones is. We're talking about the Dallas Cowboys franchise and what they can fit in a salary cap.
That's what I'm talking about. The money that I just said, that wasn't Jerry Jones's pocket. That's how much the Dallas Cowboys as an organization made from their games in 2021. They made,
but in 2022, they can't spend $700 million. They can only spend what the cap allows them to spend.
I'm just talking about this then, okay? Tell me, is our defense hurting for people making money now? Is our offense hurting for people making money now?
Well, as Gooch just said, you need a safety, you need a corner.
Gooch be over there smoking that ganja.
But he's right, though. He's right, though.
He's right, because
it is.
But he's right, though. You guys need players still.
It is amazing when Cowboy fans turn on each other.
I mean, I'm loving this.
Cutthroat.
The offensive line is paid.
This is like the Discovery Channel when animals attack.
When animals attack.
When Cowboy fans attack.
Defensive linemen are paid. Linebackers are paid. I'm like, what other kind of money do you want? What else do you want them to go ahead and like spend money on? Because the safeties have not been the issues at all.
Number 30 didn't get burned yesterday.
Issues at all. The quarterback really has not been the issue.
I know his number
at all.
All the wide receivers was cooking last night, man. Them dudes was hella fast, so it is what it is.
You know what, Junior? That's a great point, and I would love to talk about that. Junior in the chat says, honestly, can we talk about when everyone started bashing Aaron Rodgers for losing that first game of the season and everyone saying he should retire? Now he's 13-3, also beating the Cardinals with mostly his second string team, and the Cowboys can't do it with their first string team.
Ooh. Ouch.
Fantastic point.
Ouch.
So Junior, here's my question to you in the chat, and everybody in the chat can answer this too. Like I was saying a second ago, would you have paid Dak Prescott, or would you have made a phone call to Green Bay? Would you have made a phone call to Seattle? Yeah. Would you have made these calls to see if you can, in fact, get Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson instead of paying Dak Prescott?
Let's be realistic. When Dak was on his rookie contract, was any of these people an option at that time? I say no.
No, but what we're saying is instead of paying him in the offseason, during the drama with Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers, during the fact that we all know Russell Wilson at some point wanted out of Seattle, could Dallas have offered a second-round pick maybe and gotten an uber-talented quarterback instead of an inconsistent quarterback?
See, here's the thing about that. Here's really, in my opinion, the Dallas offense does not work without a great offensive line. And Dallas ain't had a great offensive line since the early 90s. So the idea that you're not going to pay your quarterback, no, you're going to pay your quarterback, right? Because Dak is clearly better than 10%, 20% in the NFL. He's clearly better. However, the thing is, Dallas got a lot more problems than just the quarterback, right? They have a lot of holes in that ship, and that they've been floating through this season playing sub 500 teams. And what's going to happen is the truth is going to come out, because now you got to play the Eagles, who want nothing more than to ruin y'all playoff hopes,
Of course.
right? And then the first round, y'all gonna get either the Cardinals, who just beat y'all at home, or you might wind up with Tampa Bay. And we need a strong hold on. We need a strong contingency plan for this show. If y'all gotta play Mr. Glass's team and y'all lose, man, Mr. Glass, aka DJ Two Chins, is gonna be
I knew it was coming.
he gonna try to renegotiate his contract. Oh, and look, and one more thing. There's a Raven fan in our comment section.
Oh,
okay.
Lord.
Brandy Brown, aka B. Cherie, she's out of Baltimore. She's a Baltimore Raven fan. Okay. So
Miss B.
Don't trust nothing she say.
I tell you what. Well, here's a question for Brandy then. Do you feel like, because I've heard this from some Ravens fans that I know, and to me this is blasphemy, but do you feel like this Hundley kid is a better option right now because he's making less money than Lamar Jackson? To me, that is blasphemous. But I've heard this from some Ravens fans, and I don't know.
No doubt, that sounds like someone saying to putting Cooper Rush over Dak, but I ain't gonna call his name out though.
Wow! Didn't Tampa just get beat by the WFT?
Yeah, don't call his name.
I mean, look, he don't want to lose. This is a common theme though. Tom Brady, in every season he's quarterback, if you've ever noticed, at some point he will lay an egg. He laid an egg for the Saints when we went up there. He's prone to these where the offense just looks out of sync. But just wait. Well, we won though. You can't
barely.
And
barely.
Can we talk about how well we looked in that last drive without AB?
That was awesome.
That man went down that field and destroyed them.
And can I say one more thing before we move on? If the last time your team won a Super Bowl, the year had a 1 and a 9 in front of it, please be quiet.
Mute him.
Hey, Brandy says, no, I don't believe that Hundley is better, but he is holding his own right now.
Huh?
That's a fair answer.
That is definitely a fair answer.
That's a fair
Tampa ain't going nowhere.
Right,
hey, man. Hold on, Michael. Hold on, Michael.
Right,
we got the ring right now. You got to take the trophy from us. We already went there. You got to take it, man.
Michael, what is your team? What is Michael's team? Y'all know him. What's his team?
That's Cowboys, man.
Wow. Cowboys fan alert. Cowboys fan alert.
We are everywhere.
Here we go. Here's the new section. What was popping the last time the Cowboys won?
Well, the last time when we went to Pittsburgh and beat y'all,
that
was not too long ago.
Two-way pager.
Going up the middle.
Not too long ago.
Big booty TVs. This was
drug testing in the NFL back then. So
yeah, that's right.
Cocaine was legal because Nate Newton was selling it.
Right.
So was.
Jerry Jones bought Neil O'Donnell a house. Yeah.
Dang.
That's right. So is there?
Okay. Why when we win though? It always got to be something. Jerry Jones paid off this. Jerry Jones bought this. Jerry Jones did this. I just don't get the hatred from that. Why just every other owner is also a billionaire.
Let me
Jerry
ask you.
Jones is not the only one in there that's a billionaire that can do this stuff that y'all be talking about him doing.
Oh no, Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is the actual Prince of Darkness. But I'm gonna tell you why. Because when we have this conversation about the NFL schedules, and you say, "Oh, it's just the NFL officials and NFL representatives that make the set," Jerry Jones is in that meeting too.
So that's
he's in the inner circle.
That's what he's supposed to be.
He's in the inner circle.
And why is he in the inner circle? AKA the inner circle of hell.
No,
AKA not paid the
horrific call yesterday. The non-fumble that was definitely a fumble, and the holding that was on D-Law right in front of the ref. I mean, ref just
right in front of
dude that just wrapped around the neck and did everything, and D-Law like, what's the deal? Now, if that was true at the house,
that Jerry built. There's no way possible anywhere if we're walking there.
Hey,
and do that.
even Jerry Jones bounced a check every now and then.
Oh man,
Well,
no.
What you mean?
D-Ray,
My man owned the bank. What you talking about?
D-Ray, hold on, D-Ray. Now they do have a point. I was, I'm gonna back them on that because they're probably the only team, America's team, that be getting mollywopped at home so much. So unless that's the plan, because everybody, it's a shame when everybody else own your house except you. It's like we can go to Dallas and get a W. It's nice.
Hey.
Let's get a W.
I knew it was gonna be a backhanded comment as soon as he started talking.
All I know is
Thank
them
God for
refs.
albuterol.
Them refs is grimy, son. Period. All right, look, we're gonna take a quick break. I am guilty of not having music for tonight. Why? Because your boy just turned another age. Today's my birthday. Represent to
turn
me.
up.
Happy birthday,
So
Green.
I'm gonna drop. Thank you.
Where the
I'm gonna
gospel,
drop.
gospel strippers at? Gospel strippers.
What?
Wait a minute.
See,
That sounds like the worst party ever, bro.
Nah, man. Going to Bishop's, the new
I'm telling
upscale.
Big Low is trying to get my spot shut down quick. I can't take this Negro nowhere.
He just jumped people.
So look, thank you very much, Ms. B. So I'm gonna give a commercial on how you can get some of this gear and represent Rats.
Get yours.
Let's check it. Yes, sir. That is blastgear.shop, where you can get Blast gear, Rats gear, and also some of our musicians from the Blast Artists collection is in there as well. So go ahead and check it out. All kind of gear ready to get picked up quick, hot, and fast. Now, we're still sticking in the NFL because there's just way too much stuff for us to just keep on moving. So I want to know what's up with KC getting mollywopped. Explain that.
No, they can't, bro. It's only when Dallas gets beat, when they're not supposed to be getting beat, when they talk about it. Now, they ain't going to talk about Cincinnati going in there with the new GOAT,
right.
Mahomes come out swinging. The next thing you know, Burrow boys down there all up in his.
Let me tell y'all something, because Cincinnati done won our division. This was my first time watching Cincinnati, and I can't tell if Joe Burrow is good or if he was just lucky. Because some of the balls that he was throwing up, I was like, there's no way that guy is supposed to make that catch. You know what I mean?
Jamar Chase will be snatching that.
You know what I mean? And so
Jamar got some hands.
Unbelievable.
Right. So, and we also got to keep in mind that Andy Reid is really, really crafty. He knows how to rest his players even when they're playing and to get them playoff ready. So, let them.
I did see Tyreek Hill on the sidelines a lot yesterday.
So, yeah. Danny, are you saying that Cincinnati really did beat them as bad as we saw it was a plan by Andy Reid?
I'm just saying, I can't tell. That's my
like
first
you make
time
an
watching.
excuse, son. That's like you making an excuse.
It might be. Because you.
Bro, they got mollywop yesterday, bro.
You do realize I don't care. But I think I made it clear. I think I've made it clear that I'm moved on. I'm ready to talk about college basketball, the Olympics, anything else but the NFL.
I'm sorry, but the passion in your voice tells me otherwise. That you do care.
I can't tell. I literally cannot tell if Joe Burrow is good or just lucky. I will say this though. I think his coach almost messed him up yesterday. Because
word.
if you guys were watching the game, they were on like the 2-yard line, the 1-yard line,
quarterback sneaks in a row,
and they ran 3 quarterback sneaks in a row and wouldn't kick a field goal.
Yeah.
Right, and got bailed out on a penalty that they originally won the game. But then on that last sneak, he got hurt.
He got hurt.
So,
Yeah.
I tell you what.
Let him know, Brandy.
I tell you what's interesting about that game. I watched this game and I thought to myself something completely different than you did, D-Ray. I looked at Joe Burrow and I went, "Oh, that's the guy from LSU.
Yep.
That's where he went." Because last year, I get, he was coming off the injury and all that, but he went nuts. Like, some of the stuff that Jamar Chase and him, by the way, they were teammates, in case people didn't really pick up on that. They were teammates, and they have chemistry that goes beyond what I think a lot of receivers and quarterbacks have. And what I kind of look at them like a little bit, and I don't get me wrong, I'm not comparing Joe Burrow to Aaron Rodgers, but if you look at Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, and then you look at Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, they got something going on over there.
I'm sorry, Mr. Glass.
Veep,
what is that on your? Oh, that's a cat.
Oh, yeah, my cat jumped into my lap. My cat
I'm gonna
jumped
tell you
into
what
my
I
lap.
saw when I saw the game. I saw Big Ben carrying Barrow's jockstrap.
Whoa!
Wow!
Ouch! Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey,
boy.
All I'm gonna say is, you look at the last 2 weeks of that guy in Cincinnati, man, he's been lighting up, and it goes back to what Brad said. It's the chemistry between that quarterback and their receiver. It's something about trusting that guy. And Aaron Rodgers said about his guy, he's like, man, he's probably one of the best. I love playing with him. You can trust the guy, say, even if I misthrow it, he's gonna go get it. And that's what I saw yesterday. See, that's what and I'm gonna say this, that's what Dak need to have with Lamb. Because Lamb, how talented Lamb is, there's no way Dak ain't developed that chemistry with him.
He got to be Gallup.
I've seen
Gallup is hurt though.
Lamb is the X factor, bro. I've seen him shred defenses and the ball land somewhere else. That needs to get on the page with somebody. Go look at that guy in Cincinnati, man. He torched. I don't care what Reed was doing. Yesterday he was on. That quarterback was on with that receiver yesterday. He's almost throwing for over almost 1,000 yards in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He said the only person that ever did that was Dak. That beat him out. Everybody else, he's almost throwing for 1,000 yards in 2 weeks, man. He done hit a stride. See, that's what Daniel Jones need to be. Now, I know we talk about the Giants, but Daniel Jones, if you're out there, you need to be watching.
Right, we're not talking about him.
See, that's what you need to be doing.
See, that's proof right there, Los, that you lied. That's proof right there, Los, that you just lied. Because you said a few minutes ago that you ain't had no hope. And if you ain't had no hope,
that hope came back, boy.
That hope came back so fast. Hey, look, that hope came back like herpes.
Pause. Hold on, man. That's a very bad example. That's the pause, man.
That hope came back like
we buying
Michael
that right
Myers.
now. The name
That's
of Jesus. I need to speak in tongues. Talking about bow tie. We talking about bow tie. We not about to do that.
All I'm gonna say is Cincinnati had something to play for because they ain't made the playoffs about as long. It's been about as long as the Cowboys.
But they did.
Made the playoffs.
They came out and
the problem though is this: the playoffs is a lot different, and I hope they didn't burn off all of their energy just winning the AFC North. We'll know next week, and we'll know the week after that.
All right,
what's up, Kadash?
Yes. Oh, crazy! All right, so we got that playoffs going.
The cat, the star of the show, has left the building, guys.
Yes, indeed.
We need to. What's the cat's name?
What's your cat's name?
Hey, I did not name this cat. I'm putting that disclaimer in front.
What'd you name the cat?
It's a black and white cat named Drake. As I said, I did not name the cat.
Oh man,
that's my daughter's cat. Anywho,
okay, me. That's what Troy needs to be saying right now. Oh me.
Co-sign.
The amount of ammunition y'all have given me this show. I'm just saying. Yes,
pass.
boy.
Yeah, I know.
You get a pass.
But just so we know and that this disclosure is important, D-Ray Steelers play tonight. And this is how we're gonna be looking at them
First of
as
all,
they
you're
get
not gonna disrespect
ripped
Stevie
a
Wonder
new
like
one.
that. First of all, you're not gonna disrespect the genius of Stevie Wonder like that. Now you gonna stop
All right,
that.
all right, all right.
D-Ray put
All
that
right,
down
my
again
bad.
tonight?
There we go. How about
that's
that
better.
one? That's better. There we go.
Y'all know Stevie really ain't blind though. He's just playing with y'all.
I forgot who was saying that. Someone
Steve
else
Harvey.
had said that too. Steve Harvey. There was someone else that said that.
Yeah, somebody else said.
Yeah.
Was it
Cat Williams, maybe?
No, Anthony Anderson. I think he was on some kind of show.
There was another
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody else. But
he
anyway,
does. He has sight. But anyway, go ahead.
Anyway,
Tell somebody to cut his hair though. Them braids got to go.
look,
That's right, because they starting from here, right?
Yeah, he looking like Susan Taylor.
all
Be
y'all.
honest,
No, come on, man.
That's tough.
I got something for y'all, okay? I got something
What's
for
up?
y'all because
Just called him a forehead Jedi. Don't do that.
I think it was during last week, we was all DMing each other talking about who was going to win out of, Georgia and Michigan and all that stuff right there.
Mm-hmm.
Who do y'all have in this national championship coming up next week, though? But this is going to be a rematch, man. It's the Bulldogs versus them like Alabama.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Bama. I'm gonna go with Bama.
Alabama?
I'm
Bama.
going with George on the rematch, man.
I got
I'm
Georgia.
My problem.
Gotta go
My
with
problem.
I'm going
with
with them
saying Georgia-
dogs.
My
Bama.
problem with saying Georgia is, if you bet against Alabama, you might be a bigger fool than anybody I've ever met. You can't bet against Alabama. It's not.
You can. You
That's
can.
right.
Okay.
Georgia got something for him this time.
Mhm.
I say Georgia.
I'm pulling. I'm officially pulling for the dogs. This
I'm pulling for them too, but they ain't gonna win.
Oh no, man.
It's gonna be a good one though.
Hey,
Alabama
always
is
say-
like the Yankees of the NCAA football, man.
Yeah, but
They're
see,
like
I always
the
say though,
empire, man.
it's
Like, and I'm a
hard.
Yankees fan, but they got everybody. When is the last time an Alabama Crimson Tide didn't go in the top 5 of the draft or top 10 even? Let's say
There's
top
no
10.
duel. There's no
Every
duel.
single year, one of them has gone top 10.
It's still
And
hard
sometimes
to
multiple.
team back to back.
All I'm gonna say, Nick Saban is not right. Nick Saban,
Oh,
Uh-oh.
He caught up in the matrix.
right? And this game is at a neutral location.
Yeah.
yeah, bro.
I get caught up again.
Yeah, you got in the matrix.
Anytime a Steelers fan talk, it does that.
Yeah, caught up in the matrix.
Yeah, call him
Because I'm the one, Gooch.
okay, Teddy
Hey,
Riley.
I'll tell you what though. If you say Jerry Jones is the Prince of Darkness, then Nick Saban, he got to be right there with him. He got to be the Duke. I don't know what you want to call him.
Wow. The Duke of
He
Darkness.
could,
Duke of hell.
he could be his brother.
Duke of Hell.
He's right. He could be his brother. There's something going on. There's something going on down there.
You
They-
really bugging.
Yeah. There's something
Duke
going
of
on down
Hell.
there.
Hey, we're gonna mix it up real quick since we winding down. Hey, this is a segment that we'll talk about. Now, I'm gonna let you know, D-Ray, that video, for whatever reason, I could not get it, but we'll save it for next week if I can get it.
That's cool.
Okay? All right. Look. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm over here amusing myself.
When he starts laughing before he shows y'all a video, it's gonna be a problem, y'all.
Don't amuse
Now-
yourself too much, bro. Okay, we on live.
I know. My bad.
Where's the
Forgive me.
birthday doesn't have a dang.
Where's the cat?
Dang, man. Boy, can y'all Cowboy fans get on one accord?
Anywho,
This has
Hey.
to be a record.
if you guys at the end of last year got to see that Spider-Man, you saw one of the dopest movies ever made.
Yes.
But I'm letting you know now, if you seen this ain't the Spider-Man.
Nah, wait, so you're saying in this universe, Spider-Man, you're black? White? Hold on, so let me get this straight. Do you still know an Iron Man? You mean the Tungsten Gentleman? What about Doctor Strange? You're talking about Mr. Weird? Do you have an Aunt May? We got Mima June, the Green Goblin, and the Turquoise Troll. Are you still talking to Mary Jane? Her name's Happy Dust. You know Captain America, Lieutenant German, the Winter Soldier, the Summer Marine, Black Panther. We got the White Puma. De los manos, Spider-Man. Not now. So you're telling me you ain't got the Guardians of the Galaxy? Nah, we got the Supervisors of the Solar System. What about Ant-Man? Termite Buddy. Thanos? Kratos. Do you even have the Avengers? We got the Retaliators. Oh, no, I had enough. Why, Spike Lee? Why? His name is Stan Lee.
Oh no!
Yo,
that is what I'm gonna call you guys, Gooch, Troy, Elliott, the Retaliators.
The Retaliators.
That was funny.
I love it.
That was funny.
Hey, we got
hey, I'm gonna tell you, this dude does skits, and he is really good. And I saw that one. I'm like, man, I had to share that.
That was crazy.
That's hilarious. And shout out to that dude who does that.
Big time. Hey, this is a part of basketball I was going to share.
DeRozan to Sumu. Here's DeRozan. No. Kobe White to DeRozan. 2 seconds in the corner for three, and the win again. He does it. Back-to-back games. Holy cow.
And
He
you know
did that
what?
back-to-back games?
Exactly.
Now, I gotta say something about this.
That
This
dude is
the only
sick.
person in the history of the NBA, and this will never, probably a record that'll never get broken. He hit game-winning shots on back-to-back nights in 2 different years. The first one was in 2021. The second one was in 2022. You'll probably never see that again ever. That is amazing.
That guy,
Yeah.
incredible. That's all I can say.
And I'd like to point out, as a Lakers fan, we could have had him. We elected to go with Russell Westbrook. There was a plan in place to get Buddy Hield and DeMar DeRozan, and we was like, you know what? We should just get Russ, man.
Yep. Yep.
Shout out to Kobe White, aka Tar Heel, Mr. Tar Heel alumni. Shout out to that.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So, hey, you got anything extra to share about my boys before we go? I'm gonna let you go on and get all your old ish out. So
I want to say something because I didn't really talk a whole lot during the Cowboys.
Say what?
I want my boy D-Ray to get his off. You know what I mean? So I got to say this, and this is not a Cowboy hater, but we're going to go back to Dak Prescott for a minute.
Oh,
the butt killed
Dak
it.
Prescott, listen, I'm gonna keep it real, dog.
Go ahead.
Dak Prescott, if you look at what Tom Brady did yesterday, when the chips were down, when he had one less weapon than he should, when the trap game was in full effect, he takes his team down and wins the game. What does your quarterback do? Fumbles the ball.
Ooh.
And that's the difference, ladies and gentlemen.
What's the name of that cycle that he had last week? Tom Brady was riding Tom Brady's nuts around.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You are on some Brady. You are on some Brady's. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. When you look at the difference, my quarterback takes his team down and wins the game. Your quarterback fumbles the ball.
That we
That's all
talk
I'm saying.
about is Brady, Rodgers, Russ, and Dak. There are more quarterbacks in this league.
There's a lot more.
Hey, look, just keep Big Ben out of the conversation.
Don't worry, he never was in.
Wow. But he got more rings than Dak.
Ooh.
That's true.
He does. He
got more
does.
years, dude.
But he don't have more rings. He don't have more rings than my guy, though.
Well, those rings are really they should have asterisk by those rings.
Nah.
If we really
The
want
haters are in the
if we really want to get into it, some of those rings, well.
So the one thing,
video
the one thing
surveillance,
was Deflate Gate, right? We had Steve Young get on TV and say, "Bro, everybody does that. I did that."
Now we ain't talking about everybody. We talking about the people who just got caught.
Yep.
But I'm saying, come on, dog. Come on, dog.
This is how these fanatics do. Do not deflect. They got caught twice.
But, bro, all I'm saying is why.
Then with the deflect, no, I'm gonna read you, Mr. Black. You like to go ahead and get these big words and use all these soliloquies. Nah, they got caught twice Filming other people play. Okay, that's 2 rings that's in suspect. Then the deflate gate. Oh man. Oh, we gonna let the balls out. Well, Mr. Brady, let's see your phone. What phone? I destroyed it. I destroyed evidence. Well, we just gonna move on and let him come back. That's it. So
we know where Tom Brady's phone went.
The tuck rule, right? I know y'all don't remember the tuck rule.
The tuck rule.
Yeah. We know he phoning that damn
That
ball.
was the start.
We know where Tom Brady's phone went. It's right beside Tom Brady's nuts, and Mr. Glass is.
He might have it here in that double chin. You know what I'm saying?
No. That double chin is where he keep them big words.
Yeah.
He keep them big words until he get a shave, and he released that double chin. That's where his college education is at, in that double chin.
He got it by degrees.
That's tough.
You guys are wild. Hey, fellas, listen, once again, we hit that hour mark. We like to keep it short, sweet, and simple, or nasty and whatever not. But hey, I know we still got another hour worth of topics, but we're not going to do that to y'all. Every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here. Come check us out on Rats. We got the crew. Anybody got anything to say before we roll out?
I just want to say thanks to the fans for checking us out. Appreciate the audience participation. You guys are great. Thank you guys for showing up for us.
Yes, indeed. What about you, Rock?
Hey, man, I'm just happy to have all of y'all here. You know, even D-Ray, you know, bro, I am so happy for you. You know, I know you don't have nothing to, you know, you ain't got a dog in the fight. Los ain't had one to fight since like week 2, but I'm glad that y'all still here. Okay.
DJ Gooch, what you got to say on the way out?
Oh man, you know I couldn't let the day go by without saying happy birthday to you first.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And Mr. Glass, it's good to see you in the playoffs. You know all those playoff teams. You know,
yes, sir.
Talk about
yes,
sir.
Let's get it, man. May the best team win. I'll take my W at the end of the day. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
here we go.
What's y'all draft? Y'all talk about next week. Let me know what draft y'all gonna be coming in. What's y'all order?
Sheesh. All right, Bigelow, what you got?
Hey, man, just thank everybody for tuning in. And hey, to our fans out there, to all our 11 million plus people watching, tune in next week. What we talking about? Cowboys losing again. Next week, right here.
All right, false prophet. And then we got D-Ray. D-Ray, what you got, man?
Go Team USA.
He giving up the ghost.
Go Tar Heel basketball. Go Bubba Wallace NASCAR team.
Wow.
That's tough. He's in the Matrix again, chat.
What's up, Wolf?
Wolf in the building.
What's good, Wolf? Right.
So look, people. Hey, again, another awesome showing. Again, thank you, audience. And you know what? We freaking out like AB, baby.
I'm out.
That's just wrong and disrespectful.
Man, yeah, it is.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it is. But you know what? Shots fired, baby. We out. Peace.